Hi everyone, Mona here. Just a few thoughts about a conversation I had with the HR director a few weeks ago. The conversation centered around her anxiety with leaders referring difficult or courageous or productive conversations to HR to have. Her view, and I agree with her view, is that the leaders could and should be having these conversations themselves. And they're not. And she's concerned that, firstly, with the burden that's placed on HR professionals in her unit, but also then an even bigger concern was that these leaders are not taking responsibility for having these conversations. And I actually had to smile and say, yeah, I can remember when I was a young leader. And I can remember because for me to have had difficult or productive or courageous conversations was really painful. So I empathize with them. And I empathize with the fact that her and her staff are beginning to feel the burden of having to manage almost relationships between leaders and staff. So I told her a bit of a story, and the story happened when I was probably in a leadership position for about a year, and I had a few niggles about two of the team members that I just felt consistently did not perform and did not follow through on performance goals and performance targets that were set for them. And I remember the one day I'd asked both of them to go to a meeting and they didn't go. And I lost it. I called them both into my office and I just said, now I'm going to have a difficult conversation with you. And I launched into whatever I wanted to say. Now, the problem with that was, firstly, I had a lot of baggage from previous incidents. So I had the conversation with a lot of emotion or charge. Secondly, I had the conversation about just a whole range of things that I then mentioned to them that was really upsetting to me. And thirdly, I did not have a clear goal and intention with why I was having this conversation. Well, needless to say, there was a bit of backlash, to put it mildly. Now, that was one incident. I had several incidents like that before I had to start stepping back and saying, wait a minute, Myrna, something's happening here. Something in the way this is unfolding is not working for anyone. It's not working for you and it's not working for them, because after all of these conversations, the behavior still continued. And then I realized three things. One, I need to regulate my emotions before I have these conversations. I need to find a way to do that. Two, I need to be very clear what it is that I'm communicating and what it is that the conversation, the totality of the conversation is about. And three, I had to be very clear what my intention is when I have this conversation. Is my intention to hurt and harm, or is my intention to build and motivate? And so I said, and I developed a structure around those three thoughts on how to assist leaders at every level to have the courage, to have the confidence, and to have the skill to have these conversations with people. If this sounds familiar to you, if this is an experience you've either had personally in having conversations with people, or as an HR professional, this lands on your desk, the request to have conversations with people. I want you to imagine this. I want you to imagine a world, a perfect world, where every leader in your organization have the skill, the competence, and the confidence to have these courageous, productive, or performance conversations with people without charge, with clarity, and with confidence. If you can imagine this world, write a comment in the comment section of what that world would look like for you. I'm looking forward to your comments, and I'm looking forward for us to continue this conversation. Have an awesome day.